All right, good morning. Barely 11:35 a.m. Another all-nighter. I went to bed at right at 4 o'clock. The reason I know that is glanced at the clock and it was like 2 minutes to 4. By the time I got to bed, the train clock was going off and I knew it was 4 o'clock. The reason I was up all night is I was working on one Davinci Resolve thing. Then I'm going to show you what happened and then the results, and I still have problems. I'm going to bring up Davinci Resolve. Some of you may or may not remember last night when we brought up the screensaver vertical. It had all these were red, like this one right here, and said media offline. Well, I went through here and very painstakingly at times found all the data I needed to find. There is only one red in here, and that's my one granddaughter RRA JPEG, and it says it's the same thing as this one right here. So I'm not sure. I think what I'm going to do is go find the completed version of this and see if there's two versions of this or if it's the same picture. I honestly don't know. But more importantly, what I do know is I have all of my media source pointed to the right location for the data to work. But as you can see, if I play this, and I'm going to mute the music because I'll get a violation if I don't. It's the theme from Charlie Brown, by the way, appropriately, kids. So I'm gonna hit play, and this will play through. And as you can see, there's just absolutely nothing in there, nothing there. Nothing there. I mean, those are good. Those are all there. Nothing there. That picture right there, I know for a fact is Lorna and I, which is this picture right here. So I'm not sure why that's not working because it's there. But as you can see, I think there's some more coming up. Yeah, this one's the one that's missing for her. But I got the majority of them back, but I don't have them all back. What's perplexing to me is I don't have but the one red right here. So don't know where to go look for this at. I really do not. So this morning when I got up, I started doing some research, and I think I may have found a solution to this. I don't know. I'm going to let this finish playing, and then I'm going to try what I just hopefully learned a while ago. It's going to be interesting to see because this thing is so complex that it may or may not work. That should be it. That should be the last of it. So that's interesting. So I'm just going to scrub this all the way back through to the beginning. And then see if I can move this up here a little bit. I'm going to scrub it to where I know. And I know that file, I know that file is right there. Okay. It's right there and it's right there. So it means one of two things. Right picture. I got it from the wrong location. So I'm wondering, seriously running, I'm gonna try this common sense first before I try this solution. I'm wondering if I grab this and move it out of the way, just temporarily move it over here, and then re-grab the source down here and bring it down and put it in here. Oh, look, that solves the problem. That's amazing. That solved the problem. On this particular instance, that solves this problem. I knew this was the right picture. Now I need to figure out, can I move all of my, this is just going to be static. That ain't going to move. It's just going to sit there. Whereas this one, actually, now if I move this over here, puts this one back, that solved that problem. I'm going to be amazed. I'm just blown away by that. Now I'm going to, now if I get rid of this, I'm going to scrub through here. Okay, that was a little easier than I anticipated. I would have never thought that. So let's try the same thing up here. Let's move. I don't think this is the same picture. I really don't. But I don't remember what it is. And I should take the time, I probably will take the time to go grab and watch the video. It's not that difficult to do to see what that picture is. But I'm kind of curious. I know it's not going to have the effect, so I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to grab this one here and put it in its place. That's not it. No, that's not. Well, actually, that could be it, but I don't remember where it was at. So now I'm going to drag this one back. Nope, still offline. So I'm going to Control Z, put that back in its original place. So I just got to go find that picture. What's perplexing to me is I don't know where these are at because they're all here. And I'm pretty sure I didn't use duplicate pictures. Now, if there was still some red in here, then I would say there, that's what the problem is. Now, this shows having issues. All right, that's cool. It still shows having issues, though. I can see the red in the background. We're going to try something. We are actually going to try something. I'm going to rewatch something real quick. I'm going to pause. Well, that's the thing they took away. They took away the ability to pause in OBS, whatever version this is. It used to be you could pause it. You no longer can pause it. So I don't think I can do this from memory. Bear with me. I want to do it.
And then I always go back to timeline 1 that I was working on, the original timeline. And then suddenly everything is basic. Click there. Then right click on the timeline and say decompose, create a new one. Just create basic clips. It's going to click on your timeline, go down to create new timeline using selected clip.
All right. So let's go to the timeline, right click, create new timeline. And we're just going to call this timeline 2. That's cool. We're going to create it. And then we're going to scrub through it. Didn't look like it did anything different to me. Continuing on with the tutorial.
It's going to create a new one. Just create basic, click there. Then right click on the timeline and say decompose.
We're going to right click on the timeline. We're going to decompose in place. And I got to see because this brings up
in place. And that will create a new timeline.
So this says I'm supposed to be able to right click on here, decompose in place, using clips only, I guess. Now the timeline's been replaced. I'm going to scrub through it. I'll be damned, look at that. The only one that's missing is baby R right here. I will be doggone or damned. I am an adult after all. I'm a Dr. Jim. That is so cool. That just saved me a ton of work. That is just so cool. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And hopefully it'll play here in a second. And there it goes. Even though this is really rough, and even though this is really the very beginning of me learning to do this stuff, I didn't want to have to go through and try to find those. And if I scroll up here while this is playing through, I don't even have to watch it. I know there's going to be one red one. I've just got to go figure out which one that red one is. And I will. I will do that by watching the original video and finding out what that red dot right there is, because that's the only one that's missing now. So cool. Thank you guys for watching. This has been another quick Davinci Resolve tutorial on me fixing my errors. There will be more. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a DB everyday thing right after DB at 12. DB's not going to be here today, so KSL decided he'd fill in for DB. Now I'm talking about myself in third person. Just going to go ahead and let this play out. Obviously, I'm not hearing any music because I don't know why I'm not hearing any music. It's not muted. I should be hearing the music. Yep, should be. Not. That's fine. That is fine. It played last night. The music played last night. So, I think there's one more step involved in this. We're going to stop it. We're going to take it back to the very beginning.
Timeline, and then suddenly everything is working fine. And then I always go back to timeline 1 that I was working on, the original timeline, just right click. And
now we're going to go get rid of the original timeline because it has issues. So that's timeline 2 we created. And I don't see timeline 1. Maybe they fixed that because this tutorial I watched was from 16. I didn't think it would work, so I'm going to scroll through here and see if I see timeline 1. I do. Timeline 2, current, timeline 1. I'm going to right click, remove the timeline, delete. Oh, that's not good because it got rid of the audio. That is fine. Finding that audio won't be difficult at all, because we're just going to bring it down here. We're going to repaste it, put it over there. We're going to hit play, and I have audio. So that's a bonus.